This is a video for combining integers using a number line and number paths. What happened? They had 4 blocks and they took away 3, leaving 1 block. The blocks are on the positive side. What happened? They had 7 blocks and they took away a negative 4 blocks. And negative 3 blocks is left. This is 5 minus a negative 4. Do we have a negative 4 to take away? Do we have a negative 4 to subtract? So what do we need to do? They added 4 zero pairs. This is our 4 zero pairs. Okay, so let's try this. These are our negatives, and the yellow is our positives. Here is 3 plus 2. If we use her counters, we have 1, 2, 3, plus 2 more. If we use a number line, this is our plus 3, and then our adding 2 more. And remember, we always start where we left off. When we added 2 more, we got 5. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So here we have a negative 3, our negative 3 counters. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw the line for our negative 3. We always start at our 0. And we're going to move it to negative 3. Our negative 3. Now we are adding a negative 2. Negative 1. Negative 2. So we are going to take a second line to represent our negative 2. And starting at the 3 and go 1, 2. That is our negative 2. Here, we can also model it with counters. -3, so I'm going to go ahead and take our line and put it to -3. Oops. -3. And now I'm going to add a +2. So how are we going to add a +2? I'm just going to take two positives and I'm going to put it on top of my negatives already, because that is creating 0 pairs. That is creating 0 pairs. And since we are adding with our number line, we are going to go the other way. So I start with a 3 and go to -2. I go 2 spaces, 1, 2, and I get a -1. But remember, we need to take away these 0 pair. So that shows us the -1 with the counters. We go, for the number line, we go to -3, and then we go back 2 spaces, 1, 2, to the positive side. Here's another one. We have a +3. So I'm going to just try with the number line. A +3, and I am going to go the other way, because this is negative, to -2, 2 spaces. So I start at a 3 and I go 2 spaces. Here's 1 space, 2 spaces, and I get a +1. If you want to see it with the counters, here is 3, +1, +2, +3, and now I'm adding 2 negatives. I'm going to add my negatives on top. -1, -2. I created 0 pairs. So now I can take these 0 pairs away. And I am left with 1. Three minus 2. Real simple. I have a +3, and I am going to subtract 2. So I started my 3 again, because that's where I ended up, and I'm going to subtract 2. One, 2, and then I end up with 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. So this is another different one. You can try it. You can look at it with counters. I have a -3. And I am going to subtract a -2. So let's go ahead and draw our number line for -3. I'm drawing a -3. And I'm going to subtract a -2. So here, I'm going to take these away. So which way am I going to go on the number line? I'm going to go back the other way. To 2 spaces. One, 2. So see, here I took them away, and I ended up with a -1. Here I went from 0 to -3, and then back the other way to -1. So my answer is -3 minus a -2 is negative 1. So now this is a different one. It looks the same, but it's not. I have a positive 3. There's my positive 3. With the number line, with the counters, it looks like this. Positive 3. But now I need to subtract a negative 2. I don't have any negative 2's with my counters, so I know I need to add 0 pairs. So that means my arrow here is going to go over this way 2 spaces. Remember, when you are subtracting a negative, you are really adding. When you are subtracting a negative, this right here means add. So here I'm going to, if I was using counters, I have to add 0 pairs. So here's my 1 0 pair, and here's my second 0 pair. Now, with the number line, remember this means add. You're adding a 2. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to add a 2. So that means now I can take this negative 2 away. Negative 1, negative 2. Does my number path match my number line? It does. Here I have a negative 3. Oops. Negative 3. Let me grab one. Nope, wrong one. A negative 3. Finally. Thank you. And I'm subtracting a positive 2. So how can we subtract a positive 2? Remember, when we have a minus sign, that means we are going to go to the left. So we're going to go to the left 2 spaces. So if you want to see it with a counters, we have a, whoops, we need a negative 3. And I need to subtract a positive 2. I don't have any positives, so I need to add positives. I need to add 0 pairs. Here's 1 0 pair. Here is 2 0 pairs. Those are my 2 0 pairs that I just added. So now I'm able to take away a positive, 2 positives. And that leaves me with negative 5.